Today, on the Vince Everett-Ellison Show, man, Barack Obama is the gift to just keep on giving. Tragically, his chef, young man, drowned. And the word around the campfire is there was some shady dealings between him and Obama going on. Yeah, that's what they're saying now. We're going to talk about that on the Vince Everett-Ellison Show. Started. Yeah. You know what, man? I knew some things were shady with Obama. When he lit up the White House in rainbow colors after the Supreme Court ruled in the Obergefell versus Hodges case. Obergefell versus Hodges was the Supreme Court case where the Supreme Court ruled 5-4 that you could have same-sex marriage. And honestly, they didn't say gay marriage. It's interesting, isn't it? Same-sex marriage. People have said, then gay marriage. Didn't say gay marriage. You know why? Because you can't prove anybody's gay. There's no way to prove it. Tell Joe to prove you gay. Well, I can go there and have sex with this dude. I don't prove you gay, just prove you nasty. Guys in the penitentiary did all sign and said they weren't gay. So it also could prove that you're bisexual, could prove that you're pansexual, could prove that you're queer. I mean, it's stupid, nasty stuff. Anyway, so the Supreme Court ruled in same-sex marriage because you can prove your sex, DNA, doctor's exam. Can't prove gayness. It's one of those things that's not immutable. I mean, according to them, you can be gay one day and not gay the next. Am I lying? Dude can be married with 3 children and say he's gay. How the hell does that work? But anyway, I digress. So Barack lit up the White House in rainbow colors, celebrating Obergefell versus Hodges. You know, and I'm saying, okay, that's weird enough. And then what does Barack do? They put Barack on the cover of Newsweek magazine and calls Barack the first gay president, not the first black president. No. They call Barack the first gay president and put a rainbow halo over his head. And Barack was not offended, nor did he get mad, nor did he rebuke it at all. Now listen here. Even if you ain't got no problem with being gay or gay people, I don't have no problem with white folks, right? But if somebody called me the first white president, I'm going to have a problem with that because I'm not white. If they call me the first Asian, I'll say, hey, man, I ain't Asian. Don't say that. It's not that I have a problem with Asian people. I just don't like you lying on me. I'm not Asian. Somebody said, Vince, you're the first Jewish president. Man, I'm not Jewish. I'm Christian. Don't say that about me. Why? Because it's not who I am. And this is not that you're against anybody. It's just that you say it's not who I am, and I don't like being caricatured that way. I'm just not going to be portrayed as something that I'm not. I'm right. Vince Ellison's married to so-and-so, so-and-so. No, I'm not. That's not my wife. It's not that I dislike that woman or that I hate her. It's just, no, that's just not true. So, I mean, if it's not true, it's not true. He didn't say anything. Brock didn't say nothing. Why do I bring this up, you say? Well, Joshua Hall on 4/14/26 on X, yeah, Josh started a little bit of kerfluffle. He wrote that Tafari Campbell, Tafari was Barack and Michelle Obama's chef. They have a chef at their estate on Martha's Vineyard. You know, Barack said that when he left, before he became president, he said that when he left the White House, he's gonna go back to Chicago. That nigga ain't seen Chicago since he been. He's going to the South Side. Barack didn't even go to Chicago to pick up his mail. He's going back to Chicago. Barack left Jeremiah Wright's church and he ain't seen it since. Jeremiah Wright to me, Barack Obama, senator from the state of Illinois, when he jettisoned Jeremiah Wright so fast when he got in that trouble, ain't seen Jeremiah Wright. No of those black people in that church, and they still love Barack, though. You talking about like being abused. So Barack, you know, said he spent the first half of his life with his white side of his heritage. Then he spent the middle part with the black part of his heritage in South Side. Now he back living with the white side again. He's trying to balance it out, man. Try to balance it out. So Joshua Hall says that, and look, I ain't saying this. Don't put this on me. Don't put this on me. I'm telling you what Joshua Hall said and what other people are saying on the internet. They're saying that this young man, and it's a tragedy that he drowned, but they're saying that he was drowned and that Barack had something to do with the killing. I'm not saying it. Don't put this on me. Now, I'm telling you what Joshua Hall said on X, April the 4th, 2026. He said that this young man was writing a tell-all book about the Obamas, and he said that the young man was going to say in the book that he and Barack Obama had a sexual relationship, and that Barack had him took out to stop this book from coming out. That's what they're saying. The post got like 4 million views. I'm reporting what Joshua Hall said. I have not seen Barack Obama get down with nobody. I don't know him like that. I do know that Larry Sinclair said he and Barack got down. He went on Tucker Carlson and said it. Matter of fact, Larry Sinclair wrote a book on it, went before the National Press Club and made a little speech about it. Said that he and Barack did cocaine on November the 6th in the back of a limousine. And that he and Barack did the dirty together. I wasn't there. I didn't see it. Larry told Tucker this.
We get back in the limo. The driver takes us wherever it is that Barack had instructed him to take us. I had given Barack $250 to pay for coke. He gets out, comes back. I start putting a line on a CD tray to snort.
And you're in the limo.
Yep.
Driving or parked?
No, the driver's driving.
Yep.
I start to put a line on a CD tray, and I just happen to notice that he pulls something else out of his pocket. And next thing I know, he's got a little pipe and he's smoking. So I don't have an issue with it. I mean, some people smoke, some people snort.
Smoking the cocaine?
Yes. So as I'm doing a line, I just start, this is the part where you kind of make your move to see where things are going. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go.
Oh, white liberals went crazy. Everybody thought that they need to come out and defend Barack, everybody except for Barack. Because Barack never said nothing about it. Larry said he ain't going to say nothing about it because he knows it's true. That's what Larry said. And then Barack married a woman that looked like a dude. Big Mike. Big Mike. I wouldn't want to get in a fight with Big Mike. I'd have to have eaten my Wheaties that day. She got arm reach. Probably got a good jab. Probably not duck and dodge and weave, you know. She bigger than Barack. Barack might weigh like 175 pounds. Big Mike might be like 210. So he married Big Mike. And then his two daughters, Sasha and Malia, well, not one of his daughters, said, I don't even want to carry your name no more. Now, you talking about the ultimate insult, man. When your child walk up to you and say, I don't even want to carry your last name no more. You got an ex-wife that do it, okay, but you going somewhere, hell. But your child do it? Man, I don't want to carry your name no more. Usually it's the father telling the child, boy, I don't want you to carry my name no more. You ain't no son of mine. But when the child walk up to the dad and say, Dad, you so jacked up, I don't even want nobody to know I'm your child. You say, wow, man. That's bad. That's bad. So he lost that. And on top of that, Barack, y'all seen this mess down at Morehouse College, right? Where they hung up in King Chapel in Morehouse. And Morehouse is the predominant black male college, might be in the world. Martin Luther King Jr. went there, Morehouse, man, Well, Morehouse has become a homosexual factory now, spitting out gay men. In order to honor the fact that they have transcended, Morehouse put up a portrait of 3 gay ministers. That's an oxymoron, 3 gay ministers in their chapel. One of these gay ministers is by the name of O.C. Allen. O.C. Allen is married to a dude, and he has a gay-affirming church, which is also an oxymoron, because you don't affirm sin, you save people from sin. You don't tell people, your sin is okay here, and you can practice it as much as you like. Church is not for that. Churches are supposed to call you into repentance. Forgiveness, repentance, reconciliation. Not to affirm sin. You affirm the sin that exists so that you can repent from it, not so you can indulge yourself in it. That's ridiculous. Don't you just bring a stripper pole and some liquor in the church, right? They probably do. I'm talking about I got an abortion clinic in the church. Probably smoke cigarettes, smoking crack in the church. Don't tell me what them Negroes doing in that church, man. It's a shame. But what does Barack do? Barack calls OC's gay ass, I'm sorry. But he calls OC to the White House and celebrates OC and his gayness and his church, and then puts OC over some type of AIDS prevention thing, because they really need that. So he's celebrating that. Barack also allows Obamacare, put in Obamacare that people can get transgender operations for free, that they can get all this HIV PrEP stuff for free, so you can go out there and have gay sex and not get HIV, which we don't want nobody getting HIV, but, I prefer you use your own money for stuff like that as opposed to making me pay for it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, get married, man. Out there in the streets, going to clubs, picking up jokers, going to the back room, and telling me I got to pay for that. No, see, that's wrong, man. You shouldn't have American people paying no crap like that. Now, because of that, and of course, since people are ignorant and have no discipline, of course, syphilis, gonorrhea, AIDS, chlamydia, all those diseases are sky high. In the inner city, they're just going like wildfire. People just carry herpes around like luggage. Just, supposed to stop it, but it's spreading it. I'm putting all this together so you can see pattern recognition here. This isn't casting aspersions. I don't want to cast aspersions on nobody. I don't want to cast no aspersions. I ain't trying to spread no rumors. I'm dealing with pattern recognition. I put together a psychological profile of a pervert and a closet homosexual. Whether that be Barack Obama or not, slavery is a choice. Now, some people tell you that freedom is a choice. Well, if freedom is a choice, how can slavery not be one? There are people in America right now who want you to believe that you have no choice when it comes to slavery. They want you to look at your past, they want you to believe that your ancestors had no choice, therefore you have no choice. And if slavery was not a choice, how did 200,000 black people decide to take their freedom from their slave masters? By running away or by killing them? Patrick Henry said, "Give me liberty or give me death." They understood the concepts of liberty. They understood the concepts of freedom. And they understood that sometimes, as Thomas Jefferson said, the tree of liberty must be irrigated with the blood of tyrants and patriots. It is his natural manure. In order to be free, you must be willing to shed blood. If a robber is going to come into a home, he first must bind the strong man. But if he doesn't bind the strong man will wait and will not allow his house to be shaken up. We must understand this, that freedom is not something that someone gives you. It's something that you accept. And you tell the man who decides to try to take your freedom that this is a death fight. They want you to believe that someone has the power to make you submit to slavery. And submitting to slavery is a sin. One or two things are going to happen here. One thing is you're not going to leave with a slave. One of us is going to die. Slavery is a choice. But there's a lot of stuff out there. Joshua Hall was the last guy that wrote something. It said that Barack did this dude in because dude's gonna come out and tell everybody tell us what we already know. And and the black community wouldn't be upset if Barack was gay. They didn't care that Martin Luther King Jr. was dabbling in all kind of foolishness. They don't care anything about that anymore. But a large part of the black community has become so virtueless. These things don't matter to them any longer. They care about one thing. Where's my free stuff? That's it. He killed babies. Where's my free stuff? He's locking children in failing schools. Where's my free stuff? He's taking my guns away. Where's my free stuff? Letting illegals in. Where's my free stuff, man? Got nothing about none of that. They're setting up free injection centers in your neighborhood so your children can go inject themselves with heroin and smoke crack. Where is my free stuff? Don't you understand this? I want to be able to eat as much as I want to and not do any work. As long as he give me that, I don't care what he does. As long as he keep promising me that one day I'm going to get reparations either in this life or the next. Yeah. So you guys keep looking out for this. I don't think it's going to come in anything. They say that when the young man died in the piece, they say that Joe Biden's Justice Department came down and cleaned everything up for Barack. If you ask me if I believe it, I say anything's possible. I give it a 50-50. I think that part about the gay relationship was probably true. Whether or not he killed a dude for it. I mean, those guys are in a position where they don't have to give the order. There are people around there that understand the order They understand what their jobs are and to make sure that he stays clean because the whole liberal movement is riding on it. But I think that it's going to come out pretty soon and nobody's going to care. I mean, people are always saying this stuff about these guys. I mean, you know, they talk about Cory Booker up there, the senator from the state of New Jersey. You know, Cory, over 50 years old, got no children, ain't never been married. They try to say, you know, Cory kind of lean that way. You see Cory and Barack hanging together, you need to say, hey, you know, what's that all about? Oh, man, it's sordid. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. But we have to be clear out about this so we know who our representatives are. They're not our leaders. We need to end that nomenclature. These people don't lead an American. When you say you need a leader, you've just fallen into you've just fallen into a trap of saying I need a king. Americans are not led. Americans lead. We send them up there to represent what we want. And if they don't do it, we kick their behinds out. So when somebody tells me that you need leadership, I don't need no damn leadership. You better go lead your wife and your children. I'm a free man. I'll lead myself. You don't lead me anywhere. What you need is leadership. That's not what I need. So let's fix the nomenclature. We have to know who our representatives are because what they will do is what they did here in Virginia. They'll tell you one thing, and then when they get in power, their true colors will show. I mean, Barack Obama, if you can recall, ran on the fact he believed that marriage was what between one man and one woman. He said that. Then he won, and you see what he did. So yes, it's necessary to know what their true beliefs are so that you'll know how they will vote when they get up in office, because they will lie to you to get there. And then when they get there, they'll vote the way they want to vote. And then it's too late then. It's done. This is why this is important, so you guys can learn from this. And if this is not what you want, the next time a person runs for office, you vet them properly. You listen to what is being said. You watch, because they will lead you astray. They will put things into law that will hurt you. So Barack Obama got up there lying. He said when he passed Obamacare, that was going to bring health care prices down. The health care system has imploded behind Obamacare. Why? Because it just gives medical services away. You didn't expand the amount of doctors that you had, but you increased the amount of patients you had by millions. What happens with that? Correct. Prices go up, services go down. Law of economics, not a suggestion of economics. It is a law. I have 1,000 doctors today, and I have 10,000 patients today. Tomorrow, I have 100,000 patients, but I still have 1,000 doctors. The doctors are scarce. There's a scarcity now because you got 100,000. It's supposed to 10,000. So doctors are scarce. Scarcity means prices go up. And because there's scarcity, services go down. This is what you have in America. That's why you have to wait months now for the emergency room, not for emergency room, but for a doctor's visit. Months now for operation. And Barack Obama knew that. They want to implode the system. But he lied. He said that if you do this, the prices are going to go down. No, they don't. So when you find people that lie, you don't put them in office. Because they'll lie about everything. And so I believe he's lying about this. I believe these are the type of people that they are. They've been pressing this agenda for a very, very long time. There are many rumors out there about them, and these rumors are out there for a reason. But, you know, this is sad. This unnamed Tafari Campbell didn't deserve to die, whether it was by accident or whether it was by nefarious means. But Joshua Hall did report this, and others out there reported that, and Judicial Watch is investigating whether or not this was done properly. And, you know, Barack Obama did have a rainbow halo over his head, and he did light up the White House in rainbow colors, and he did fix Obamacare so that it could be gay-friendly with LGBTQ and all of this. And he did bring O.C. Allen to the White House and celebrate his gayness and his ministry. And, you know, And he was called the first gay president. So you take all of that, shake it up, put it in a bag and pull it out. And what you got, I think you know what you have. I think you know what you have. So all y'all out there that still love Barack, y'all be all y'all can be here. I think that you should know who you're following, who you are. But as I've said before, most of the men in the Democratic Party, and I can say, basically all of them now, basically gay males anyway, bunch of beta males. So Barack Obama is your standard bearer. Him along with Don Lemon, Cory Booker, and what can I say? You guys go to town, go to town, go to town, go to town, go to town. And I'm going to keep breaking this to you because I'm here to wake you up. Hope I did you some good here today. So join me again for another edition of the Vince Everett Ellison Show.
I'm April Chapman.
And I'm Vince Everett Ellison. There's a victim narrative here in the United States of America that says you have no control over your lives, no control over your agency. And they're basically saying that you're an animal, that you're a slave. I don't believe that. I don't think it's ever been the case. As an heir of Jesus Christ and as a child of God, I cannot be oppressed. I cannot be a victim. I do not think I am, nor do I think that any American ever has been, or any person. Even when it comes to slavery, I believe, and I think they will hold true, that slavery was a choice. You know how I know? Because people are choosing to be slaves now. So I'm making a documentary to debunk the myth that any human being or any American is held under bondage without their permission, even if they have to kill or give their lives to be free. Freedom is a choice, and slavery is a choice also.
We're asking you to partner with us. We are here. We have begun filming Slavery is a Choice, and it's an incredible documentary that outlines Vince's argument to prove to the world that slavery is absolutely a choice. I've partnered with him in the executive producer position, and we are appealing to our audience, you guys, those who watch us faithfully every single week, to help us bring this film to market. We've begun a crowdfunding campaign, and we're going to link the opportunity in the description below for you to partner with us and give any amount to help us bring this project to market. Slavery is absolutely a choice, and we know that slavery is a choice because we're choosing it today with many of the decisions that we continue to make to our own detriment. So we're hoping that you guys will partner with us, and we want to bring this film to market in summer of 2026. So click the link down below. And I'm April Chapman.
And I'm Vince Everett Ellison. Freedom is a choice. But in order to be free, you must be brave. In order to not be a slave, you must believe in Jesus Christ. So believe in freedom. Believe in courage. Be courageous. Assist us in this project. And let's set and make other people free by being true blue Americans, true blue patriots, true blue Christians, believing in ourselves and believing in the future ahead. Thank you. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website, and on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got t-shirts, we got caps, you got my books, my documentaries, you got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new t-shirts, we're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it, make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the t-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.